Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the New York Yankees. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, these guys are really firing on all cylinders right now. And to me, the important thing is that they're doing the little things well. They're not just relying on home runs or big plays every game. They're playing good situational baseball, executing in key areas, and that's how you string together wins. So we'll see if they continue that in this one.
Ready for baseball here in New York. Our starting pitcher in this one, Max Fried. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Now at the plate, Mike Tauchman. On the corner for a strike, and that's how this game gets started.
First pitch, 105.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. Set down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And the pitch. Right through there for a strike. Comebacker to the mound. To first. And a couple of quick outs. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The wide to kick the pitch. That one 95 to finish him off. Down in order go the White Sox. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And our pitcher in this game, Jonathan Cannon. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Rosario checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held back, according to Larry Bullard. And there's the strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second.
And next for New York, Brett Myers. Big time power. He's third in the AL in home runs. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. He circles the bases. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here is Aaron Judge. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Batting fourth, the left fielder,
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. And a 1-1. And another ball.
2-1.
2 runs across in the inning here in the second game of the series. Next pitch is outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The 3-1. And there's a foul ball. Three and 2 now. Double play ball to second. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. To first, and he just gets it there in time. One away.
The center fielder.
As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about pitchers, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Man at second. This one high in the air to left center. Benintendi ranging after it. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. And up next for New York, Jesus Sanchez.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That's in there. And it's 0-2. Man on second, 2 down. That misses. And that is ball 1.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
2-2 to count.
Judge at second with 2 down. Pitch misses there. And now 3-2. Whit Merrifield waits on deck. The kick, the 3-2. And there's ball 4.
First base.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Whit
Merrifield up to the plate. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
And he takes a strike.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
First inning and already up to 23 pitches. On the ground right side. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Top of the second, Luis Robert now.
The center fielder, Luis Robert.
And he deals. And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
That's down and in. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
And a 1-2 again. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Andrew Vaughn now. Fastball for a strike. Fried, a former Gold Glove winner, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a slider. The White Sox trailing by 2 here at the top of the second. Lifted in the air, right center field. 2 away now.
Batting 6, the second baseman, Lennon Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-1. Good eye right there. Inside corner for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They trail things here 2-0. Bottom of the inning. And now Austin
Yankees,
Wells.
the catcher, Austin Wells.
Cannon back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And ball one.
1-1.
To the right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Anthony
Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And that's in for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
One out, base is empty. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. Those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Ahmed Rosario. There's a strike. That one missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
2 down, nobody on.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Brett Myers in the on-deck circle. Kicks and deals. And that's ball 4.
Take the base.
Trying to work his way back into the count right there, but so much for that. Pretty good pitch, but just doesn't get the call on 3-0.
Next is the speedy first baseman, Brett Myers. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
On the ground to first. And that one handled, and they put the tag on him for the out. The Yanks lead one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back in the Bronx, new inning getting started. Leading off, Raiden Montgomery. The wind and the pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Hauls it in for the out.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Chase Meredith steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss as he was late.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Corey Lee. In for a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They trail it here 2-0. As we go to the last of the third. Here comes Aaron Judge.
You know, Boo, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
The 0-1. Ripped to short. In time to Vaughn. Judge out on the play.
The batter, the left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
So up next, Jason Dominguez. Grounded out his first time up. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. And that one almost got him. The next offering misses. And that's ball 2.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch,
That's
though.
ball 3.
And another ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he walked
Ball
him.
4. Take your base.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box.
The center
You can see it
fielder,
right there with
12.
such tight plate discipline.
Harrison.
So a man
Bader.
aboard. And now the center fielder, Harrison Bader. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Moved to first. And he's back safely. Dominguez, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And a strike on the outside edge.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
So 2 down now, and here is Jesus Sanchez. Walked his first time. And there's a strike.
0-1.
And a pitch. Started after it. Appeal to third. He did not go around. Way high there.
1 strike.
And a count 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Slides for the stop. Nicely done for the out. 1 left for the Yankees, but they're on top 2-0. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Mike Tauchman. Freed back to work. Lifted in the air down the left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. And that one hammered. Judge going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. Caught looking his first time up. That one's in there. 0-1.
Now this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Down in order go the White Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back for more from the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Whit Merrifield. Here comes a pitch. Fastball for a strike. Merrifield goes 6'1", 35 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. On a line, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Grounded out his first time. Cannon checks the runner, and he's back in safely. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Next pitch is outside. Merrifield on at first, nobody out. Next offering upstairs.
3-0.
Strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that's through there for a strike.
The count's full.
That one ripped. And Benintendi able to make the grab. 1 away.
The batter, number 11.
The batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Struck out looking his first time.
Count's 1-0.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Man at first, 1 away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. That's back. Caught just shy of the wall.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
So the lineup flips over. Ahmed Rosario stepping in now for the Yankees. Merrifield on the move. Pitch is low. Safe in second with a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the The bottom of the fourth. 2 outs. So 2 balls
outside.
and no strikes.
Usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
And the slider just misses. Brett Myers would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
3-0 down. And that one clips the corner.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
Now batting, first baseman, Brett.
So first and
Myers.
second with 2 outs. And next for New York, Brett Myers. He's already homered here in this one. In the first. First pitch misses for ball 1. The other way. He dives, but he can't make the catch. 1 run is in, and he's in at second with a 2-out double. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. 1 for 2. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And another ball. At the belt and fires.
3-0.
Not even close there. And now 3-0. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Number 70 getting ready to go. Number 59 also throwing. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the second game of the series. Base hit. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 5-0.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
2 outs, runner at first. Next to hit, Jason Dominguez. Pitch misses,
Ball 1.
and it's 1-0. And the righty deals. Slider clips the zone.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Yankees 5 and the White Sox nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready now for the 5th inning. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Luis Robert. As the lefty gets to work. And a good eye there.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Kicks and fires. So, a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Got him looking for the K. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Andrew Vaughn.
And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that one is lifted in the air. Bader should have it. makes the grab for the second out.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Lennon Sosa. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. And a foul ball.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. Pulled strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Number 70 gets the call from the pen.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
And now Bader up to the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Bader.
The pitch. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality. Quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That to right. Tuckman tracks it down for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jesus.
And the batter now, Jesus Sanchez. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Merrifield in the box now. No balls and a strike. Up and in, and the count is 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Next offering is down low.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Vaughn hauls it in to end the inning. So they go quietly there. 5 innings complete. It's the Yankees 5 and the White Sox nothing. Back now in the Bronx. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the DH, Braden Montgomery. The pitch. That clips the corner.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And a pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him. And 1 out now.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Now it's the shortstop, Chase Meredith. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one off the mark. Ball 1. And there's a ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
One down, base is empty. Hit on the ground, and it gets through. Just like that, the perfect game is gone. Throw back in, holds him at first, so just a single.
Now batting, catcher.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the speedy catcher, Corey Lee. Right through there for a strike. The Yankees leading by 5, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Started after it, appeal to first, and he went, says Larry Bullard.
Well, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Mike Tauchman. Out towards right center field. Judge is there. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Another frame in the books as the perfect game falls by the wayside. It's the Yankees 5 and the White Sox nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium. Now here is Austin Wells.
The catcher, Austin Wells.
The wind of the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. In the air, right side. Tauchman drifts towards it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. That's off the mark. 1-0. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. Runner at second here, one gone. Runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third, and he's out.
Well, I could see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Lee makes the catch, and that'll do it. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. And here it comes. He swings and fouls one off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
That one finds the zone. That is strike two. Swings and misses, and one gone.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Benintendi in the box again, takes a strike.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Left-hand hitter waits. And takes low for ball one.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
The Yanks leading by 5 here in the top half of inning number 7. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty, and now it's Luis Robert. That one finds the corner. That's strike one.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Fly ball down the line. And that's the third out. Back in the Bronx, now Brett Myers. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
All over that one right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
So, man aboard, Aaron Judge at the plate.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
There's a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Judge comes up empty there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Man at second.
1 ball.
This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Good eye in that spot.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around third. Throws to second. He pulls into second. A run comes in the play.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Hard on the ground to first. Vaughn takes it himself, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Harrison Bader stepping in now for the Yankees.
I wouldn't expect many pitches. Up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. That's inside. Here's a 1-1. On the inside corner for a strike. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Ripped, but it curls foul. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the second game of the series. Out to center. Robert on the move. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. Yankees 6 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. The Y to kick the pitch. And that's in there at the knees. So he's back out to begin the 8th. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's thrown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
The lefty fires. Out towards left center. Heading to the alley. But it's the center fielder who gets there. 1 up, 1 down. No action in the bullpen, though. Looks like they're going to let him stay out there.
Second baseman.
Lennon Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And it's fouled away. The Yankees up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Montgomery in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run. Lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And now the lefty on the ground to third. Rosario tosses to first. And that is that. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. Yankees 6 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. And now Whit Merrifield.
The second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
The right-hander back to work. That misses the zone. Ball 1. In the air, center field. Hauls it in for the out.
The catcher, number 28, Austin.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Austin Wells. Ball 1 there. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. And that's in for a strike. And now it's 1-2. And another ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Volpe stands in now and watches strike one. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. Back in New York, here's the shortstop at the plate. Meredith. And a pitch. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
There's a swing and a miss.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 2 away. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. And here is Mike Tauchman. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. First pitch misses. And a swing and a miss.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Next pitch is outside. On the ground, and this should do it. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
The batter.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first, Miguel Vargas now at the plate. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Just missed. Tauchman off of first with 2 away. Foul ball. And that'll do it.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees,